All right, guys, so we're going to compare these two bikes. We got a YZ250 big wheel. It's pretty standard for big wheel height. We run the same tires on just about every bike. A lot of the motocross bikes are very similar in between the brands, and the ears are still pretty much close to being the same height. So the sag is a little bit more on this bike. We did that just to bring it down about an extra ½ inch, but we're going to measure it anyway and just show you guys where we have this one sitting and where a brand new bike from the showroom floor is sitting. So let me flip the camera around and let's take a look at it.
Welcome back.
So what are we doing today for a video?
Well, I guess she's been having a lot of questions about seat height.
Okay.
And just technical stuff about the big
So
wheels.
We're gonna do a video today about, I guess, seat height, and what else did you say?
just random technical specs, I guess, about big wheels.
Cool. Let's get into it. Let's flip the camera around. Let's go measure some bikes.
We'll do it.
Let's do it, Alex.
Let's do it.
I'm running out of stuff today for videos, so we might as well just measure seat heights and ground clearances and
All that fun stuff.
all kinds of fun stuff. So we got a big wheel right here.
Have you guys even seen it yet? Have we told
I
you
think
about
some
it?
people saw it. Got a couple videos going. This thing's up next is a trike. We're doing a Husky right now. This is a big wheel. We got the CRF 300. Pretty excited about that. Drew's actually finishing up the swing arm for that here shortly.
Let's walk all the way across the shop to the other shop.
It's fine. Nope, everything sits up here until we get the jobs out of the way. Shop's a little messy right now. Got Kodiak land. Ended up just sanding that over the weekend. Water jet's still not even close to hooked up. But I'm running the Bentec today. Cowie big wheel was dropped off. I don't know, is this turning into a shop tour or a measuring of bikes?
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything?
A little bit of everything.
All right,
Shop update.
Shop up. Well, we'll stick with just measuring the bike in this video, and I'll fill in with what we're working on at the same time. You guys obviously saw that in the last video. Let's do the YZ250.
YZ250. Did you
Yeah,
want
it's
to compare it to the old ATC too?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think we're just doing dirt bike to dirt bike. All right, so in today's video, we're gonna measure ground clearance here, and we're gonna compare that to the YZ250. No, we're doing the big wheel, Alex. Yeah, I think he's lost his mind today. Alex, did you bump your head?
It's Monday.
I know it's Monday.
I bumped my head over the weekend. Maybe.
Helped insert some clips of Alex over the weekend. It was a good time.
Welcome back! Oh my God.
All right, now the next question is, do we got a measuring tape over here?
Yes.
Hell yeah. Let me clean off my lens here. All right, so let's start with... Yeah, just turn fans off so you guys can actually hear us. Let's start with this one. Hold it straight.
35 inches.
Yeah, it's like 35 inches. So that's with the big wheel kit installed. That's with obviously the 25-inch tires. I did take a little bit of air out of the back tire just to soften it up, so that probably brought it down a little bit. And again, we added some extra sag on the rear suspension on this bike. And we also brought the forks up just slightly. And yeah, more or less got it to where it's at. So let's go ahead and check the frame clearance here.
Let's go to the lowest part of it.
It's like 11 inches if I hold it centered here.
Yeah.
Just under a foot. Call it 11 inches at the lowest point of the frame. And again, there is extra sag on there, so if you really wanted to, we could bump that back up. All right. So I'm gonna go from this way. Spin that around. Let's hold this thing up. Go behind the foot peg. Just up to it, basically. Hold that thing completely straight. So we're about 37 inches. So we got 2-inch difference. Now, let's
This is the lowest part of the frame.
put the measuring tape actually on the other side of the frame, and I will try and just video under it. Go to the absolute lowest part of the skid plate if you can.
Right there?
Yep, so looks like we lost 2 inches under the motor, under the frame, and got the kickstand down?
Yep.
Okay, cool. yeah, so 2 inches lower here, obviously 2 inches here. The whole bike's coming down. And again, guys, if we really wanted to, we can kick that back up. We just have it sitting down, sagging down nicely. The way it corners when it's like that is pretty sweet. It just feels like a big pit bike when you lower it down a little bit. But still, plenty of ground clearance. You guys can definitely see the difference. So I'd say 1.5 inches realistically, but the way I have the sag here, it's about 2 inches.
Yeah.
And I believe I did do that in one of our other videos, so I'll try and find a link to that. I can insert a clip of that, and you guys can check that video out too. Just for the hell of it, I'm gonna show you guys about how long our foot peg is from the pivot point. So about 6 inches on that guy up to the peak. Realistically, you're just gonna be having your foot right here. So you got about, let's say, 5 inches of area for your foot to sit. We all know how small a dirt bike peg is.
Yeah.
3.5 inches. So you lose 2 here, you gain 2 there. I'd say that's about pretty average.
Yeah.
Let me pull up some comments, and I'm gonna take a look and see what else people are asking about them. I guess the next question was comparing diameters of tires. So you guys clearly know that the bike dropped around 2 inches, so let's just, for the hell of it, go ahead and measure the tires side by side. So as you guys know, this has a 21-inch front rim on the dirt bike, and we're going down to a 12-inch on our bike. Let's see what we got here. So realistically, the tire's about 26 inches. 26 inches. Let's see what the OD is on this tire. 28.
So 2 inches.
2 inches again, yep. Let's check the back. Start with that one again. And again, this measures a 25, 10, 12. They always are a little bit different when they're inflated. That one's about 25 actually. So 25 here. It's about 26 in the front. Now let's compare it to this back tire.
27.
27. It's really not too bad. And again, you can play with the sag, play with the fork height and the clamps, and whether you want more ground clearance or less, there's a little bit of room. I'll zoom in right there. Could possibly get a taller tire if you want more ground clearance, but it's honestly about all you're going to need with that setup.
We take this one out. This is only been out once.
And we didn't get to ride it very long, but the CR, I mean, we rode the shit out of the CR.
CR probably sits about the same height as this.
It's literally the same deal. Back in New York, we did have a motocross video. A lot of guys are asking about these on a motocross track, and Drew absolutely murdered it on that thing. I'll try to insert some clips of that. You guys can check out that video too. But these things do awesome in motocross terrain if it's soft. Does really good in the loose sand, does really good in gravel. I mean, it's crazy how much traction this thing actually gains. Just running over like a curb, let's say, I'll insert a clip of that. You guys can literally watch this tire squish, because just remember, you can air these down. It's kind of like airing down tires on a truck or a side-by-side if you're going rock crawling. Air these puppies down, get that tire flattened out, get all the traction you can get. It's an amazing feeling. Just the way it feels on your body too. I mean, it's a lot softer compared to just hitting a square edge on that tire. Completely different feel. So what do you think, Alex? I think that's pretty much it for today's video on these. We're getting back on that here shortly, and we got the graphics printed for it. So there's going to be a new graphics kit on the KTM 690. Thing's going to look badass. Super pumped to show you guys that thing finished up. But yeah, if you're a shorter rider, or you just want to be closer to the ground like us ATV riders, then big wheel kit's probably for you. Really just bridging the gap between ATVs and dirt bikes, and allowing the use of wider tires so that you can air down, get more traction, and have a little bit more fun in the soft stuff. Alex, when are you going to get back on this here old school big wheel?
I've been putting little bits and bobs on it recently, but I haven't really had like an actual day to work on it.
No, he hasn't. He's been busy.
We've been busy with...
The shop's been just crazy. It's crazy right now.
Crazy
Just a lot of bikes going on. Deliveries and CNCs coming in and all kinds of fun stuff. But yeah, so stay tuned for the next video on this bad boy right here. And if you guys really want a comparison between this and that guy over there, clearly this thing sits a lot lower. It's got smaller tires, but comment, guys. We'll do a comparison between the two of them and go from there. But till then, I'll see you guys in the next video.